You have some people who tell you that you do not have to pray Jummah Salah on the day of Jummah when Eid al-Fitr falls on that. And it's so interesting, you know, we are people already late for Jummah. Some of us miss Jummah. Some of us come every 3 Jummah, so we don't fall in the fence of disbelief and kufr. And as soon as we see this opportunity, wow, no Jummah, that's the hadith we try to follow. But we don't go down into research to study this. We don't go down into research to study this. Number one, this does not exist in the Quran, that if Eid falls on a Friday, there is no Jummah, okay? It does not exist in the Quran. So let's rule that out. Number two, yes, in hadith, the Prophet, peace be upon him, says, and he gave a concession actually to a people who lived very, very, very far and used to have to walk far distance in the sun and the long hot desert to the masjid for Eid al-Fitr. And he gave them a concession. He did not tell them no Jummah. Nowhere in hadith says no Jummah. So those idiots, idiots who tell you that, or when you read that online, go and confirm with hadith. And I need to remind myself and our students here at Darul Uloom, and those sober-thinking Muslims online, the Prophet, peace be upon him, did not say no Jummah if there is Eid on the day of Jummah. He said, you may or may not. It's your choice. To those people who came from long distances to war. And he also told them, oh, you may remain until Jummah. Because by the time they walk back home and walk back from the masjid to their village and walk back again, it would have been a lot of inconvenience to them. So there was a concession given to them. It was not told to them that there is no Jummah. Today you have some people tell you, oh, if there is Eid on Jummah day, there is no Jummah. What's the next proof of that? If the Prophet, peace be upon him, and we got to refer to the Prophet, peace be upon him, when there are differences of opinion. And they say, no, this ain't no major differences of opinion. This is just recent